Okay, Chrissy. Ready when you are, Chrissy. You're muted.
Yep, thank you. It is 7:01 p.m. on March 16th, 2023, and I call this meeting to order. First order of business, did everybody have a chance to review the February meeting minutes that Dave so kindly sent to us? I will take your silence as a yes. Does anybody have any questions, revisions, additions, or do I have a motion?
You're okay, Barb?
I'll abstain.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we approve the meeting minutes from the February 16th, 2023 commission meeting.
I'll second that.
Do I have a second? Thanks, Troy. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, minutes approved. Jack, is there a review of any previous decisions that we need to be aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. Dan, do you know of anything since last time?
I'm not aware of anything.
Okay, not at this time.
Okay, thank you. Old business, application 2022-0036, rank plan of lots 2.
To my knowledge, we haven't received anything additional.
No, and they've provided an extension of time on the review of their application. So
Right.
the recommendation would be just to continue to table this.
Okay, do I have a motion to table?
I recommend to table application number 2202-0036, rank plan of lots number 2.
I'll second
Do I have
that
a
motion. Second?
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, motion passes. New business. The first order of new business is the Audi consolidation plan. I hope I pronounced that right. Dan, do you have anything that you want to share with us other than what was shared on the letter?
Sure, I have a letter dated March 13th, 2013 regarding the Audi consolidation plan. This is basically a plan located along Mayview Road that's taking and combining 2 lots into one. The proposed or the existing dwellings on the property are to be raised. So it looks like they're setting it up for something else to happen on the lot in the future. So we don't know what that is. I've not been privy to any of that information, but regarding the plan at hand, we just have some couple minor comments on the plan that was prepared by J.R. Gales and Associates. I don't think anything here creates any issues. They just didn't need to note about the shed being raised on the property, and they need to add a highway occupancy note. That's really the only 2 things. There's no planning module or sewage planning required because this is a consolidation, and I think that's all my comments, Madam Chair.
Okay, does anybody have any questions?
I'll make a motion, we approve application 2023-0007, the Audi consolidation plan, contingent upon addressing the items in the Gateway Engineers letter dated March 13th.
I'll second the
second.
motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 All opposed? Okay, application passes. Application Lisinski plan of lots, the consolidation plan. Does anybody have any questions, or is there anything, Dan, that you would like to enlighten us on in addition to what's on the letter?
No, this is again a consolidation plan. The complicating factor in this one is that they're along a water course, which is Miller's Run, so they need to put some things on there related to the water course so that we know it's there and there's requirements related to that. And then the other issue is that there is there's a portion of Sylvan Drive that's proposed to be vacated under the plan, and we've not seen anything in the way of any formal request to the township on vacation of their rights. And when you vacate a road, even if a township vacates its rights in the paper alley, that doesn't mean that there might not still be private rights in the road. So I think that's probably the biggest issue. The other items are just drafting items to show on the plan. I don't know if there's anybody here to represent the plan.
They are.
Did-
Our
I would,
attorneys,
I would echo the concerns that you had, Dan, as far as Sylvan Drive and the potential of vacating it and it being along waterway and the easements there. Is anybody there, did you say?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
the-
as far as Sylvan Drive goes, we did have our attorney reach out to Gretchen. We have correspondence via email that the township holds no position and I have no problem with the vacation of the Sylvan Drive. Since we own the property on both sides of it, then it would just become our property.
Okay, I have no problem with that, but you are aware that other people may still have rights in Sylvan Drive.
Outside of our property, sure.
Yeah, because I don't know when it was created, but if it was created with that plan of lots that comes in where the road is, technically, I mean, again, I'm not legal. If you're comfortable with it and Gretchen's comfortable with it, I copy her on my letters, so if she calls us back and says we're okay on our end, the only thing that I want to be careful is that the township, by approving this plan, we don't have any say on those private rights. So if somebody came back to you and says, I still want to come through Sylvan Drive, they could do that. If their lot was developed in the other plan of lots, if that makes any sense. So when a street is laid out, everybody has rights to that access in the streets that are created and the lots are created. The township can give up its rights, but potentially another property owner could make claim to coming through that area. So I just bring it to your attention.
Okay.
Maybe I might be right, I might be wrong, but I would just, my only advice to you is just make sure it's checked out, because if you sell it or do anything with it, I don't know if there's anything going on in that area where Sylvan Drive is. I
Dead
thought the
ends in there.
creek was closer down to to the edge, right? It's further down to the west.
Yeah, creek is on the far side of the property,
Yeah.
Dan,
away
that-
from Sylvan.
Dan, that Sylvan Drive stops right there. I mean, it dead ends right in their property.
I'm familiar with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen this plan before. We've talked about this before in the past. I just, like I said, I just wanted to be aware of that, and I had not been aware that your attorney had talked to Gretchen, but I'll speak to her. And then if you just have your surveyor just address the other comments and notes that need put on the plan,
Okay, do you have a copy of those that we can
I'll
have?
be glad to give you a copy of the letter. We send a letter to him too,
Okay,
and we would have copied you guys on it also.
yeah, we didn't receive anything yet, so,
Yeah, but it was probably just mailed to you directly at Wood Creek Drive?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, as I said, I think most of these are just drafting issues, and, you know, if it's ready for the supervisors, we can make sure that all the changes are made. Otherwise, we're still within the time limit on this one. If it doesn't go to the supervisors this month, it could go next month.
Dave, Barbara, Troy, or Jack, do you have any other questions or comments?
No.
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 Okay, do I have a motion?
I move to approve application number 2023-0008, Lisinski Plan of Lots, in accordance with the Gateway Engineers letter dated March 13th, 2023.
I'll
Do you have a
second that
second?
motion.
Thank you. Motion seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, motion passes.
So
Next
this-
new order of business, application 2023-0009,
Christie.
Bell Landscaping
Christie,
Land
Dan-
Development Site Plan.
Dan
yes.
needs to say something.
Just, so the supervisors meet the first Monday in April. So if you can make sure you have your consultant get the changes made to the plan, get it back to the township, we'll check it, and it'll, if it's all finished, it'll be on the agenda for approval by the board. You have to come to one more meeting. That's where the supervisors will actually review the plan and approve it, just so you know.
Thanks, Dan.
No, I think if you just get, if you get one more back to us, that'll be good. They've all seen the plan. You could. Okay, no, that's not necessary. I'll talk to Gretchen. Yeah. Sorry, Christie.
Not a problem at all. Thank you very much. For application 2023-0009, Bell Landscaping Land Development Site Plan, according to the letter, it looks like this is something that was approved in 2021, but just went outside of the limit of time, so it's back in front of us for reapproval. Is there anybody from Oliver Real Estate Holdings or from Bell Landscaping?
Yeah, Carrie Kreider.
Oh, hi, Carrie.
How you doing, Chris?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, so this is basically just a reapproval of the plan due to the time constraints. He didn't get his developer's agreement and so forth in place in time.
Nothing has changed?
No, nothing has changed. They've actually, one of my comments they've already addressed. They submitted for the sign permit already. Again, this is one that just sat around and there was no extension of time requested by the property owner. So that's the reason why it's here again. So,
Okay, does anybody else have any questions or comments?
you should probably say something.
I'd just like to make a comment that I do work with Carrie Kreider. However, since this was approved prior to us working together, I will be voting on the motion.
Thank you, Dave. Anybody else?
So this is Troy. I also work with Carrie, and like Dave stated, I worked with Carrie prior to the approval on this, so I will be voting as well.
Or Troy, you were working with Carrie during, yeah. I think you need to abstain. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Troy, and thank you, Dan. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve application number 2023-009, Bell Landscaping Storage Building, pursuant to fulfilling the items in the Gateway Engineers Letter dated March 13th, 2023.
And
I'll second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any other votes?
Or one abstention.
Abstain.
Okay. With that, the site plan passes. Thank you very much, Carrie and everybody else. Next up, ordinances and amendments. Jack, is there anything that we need to be aware of?
Not at this time.
We just,
No correspondence or announcements?
I said maybe just to make the planning commission aware that the Board of Supervisors is holding a special meeting on Monday night just to discuss what the next steps are related to the comprehensive plan
The zoning
and,
map?
and the zoning map.
Yep.
So they'll probably be sending it back to the planning commission for review at some
point.
point.
Thank you. Anything else that we should be aware of, Mr. King?
No, that's a good point, Dan. Thanks for bringing that up.
No worries.
Okay, any items for general discussion or that anybody needs to share from the township or otherwise? Okay. Do we have a motion to adjourn then?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, meeting adjourned at 7:17 PM.
Thanks, Christie.
Thanks, Christie.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.